I think the trade relationship between Ireland and the UAE has never been stronger. You know, we now have 16,000 Irish people living across the GCC states, but most of them in the UAE. They're teachers, they're doctors, they're business people, they're bankers, they're hoteliers, they're engineers, they're accountants, they're architects, and they're part of this vibrant economy that's growing and expanding. And we want to continue to build that. But we also want the UAE and indeed others in this region like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait to see Ireland as a gateway into the EU market. Because we've been very successful at doing that for many, many multinationals and other parts of the world. And there are huge investment opportunities in Ireland right now, particularly around renewable energy projects. You know, Ireland will spend close on 100 billion euros on building 37 gigawatts of electricity generation capacity offshore on wind farms over the next 25 years. We're looking for international partners to help fund that and manage that scale of development in the future. And there's a lot of other stuff going on as well in terms of port development, public transport, housing, because you know Ireland is the fastest growing population in the European Union, the youngest population in the European Union, a very vibrant and growing economy. And so the capacity issues around that the state needs to respond to are significant in the same way that they are here. So we'd like this to be a two-way trade relationship where investors see Ireland as an attractive and reliable destination, and of course where Irish businesses and Irish innovation can be very much part of the growth story here. If you take a country like Ireland, you know, we've made this extraordinary transition from one of the poorest countries in Europe to one of the wealthiest countries in Europe. And what's delivered that for us? Trade. Trade with the rest of the world and with the rest of Europe. We now are one of the most attractive marketplaces in the world for investors, for companies. If you take our GDP per capita, it's the second highest in the world in terms of income, quality of life, and so on. So Ireland has made extraordinary progress on the back of good trade relations with other parts of the world. And other countries can do the same. They can move from developing to developed to very strong, resilient economies. And look, Ireland has made mistakes along the way that we're happy to share, but the force for good that multilateralism and the right kind of responsible global trade with fair rules, but also with understandable differentiation and special arrangements for countries that are at different stages of development is important. But you know, that doesn't mean it's a free-for-all, that countries can just do what they want. That it's got to be a negotiated agreement.